Have you ever felt? Are you listening? Damn.
A lot of things we have today. Old news was found to be fake. The new sign of the crypto market reversal. We can see at the moment also some new huge players are coming to the space, and we'll look at the price of Bitcoin and talk about what to expect in the nearest future. You're watching Crypto Hamster channel. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's start with some interesting fact about the news happened recently about that Goldman Sachs was canceling their intention or sort of plans for making the crypto trading desk, and it was sort of an explanation for the drop in Bitcoin a few days ago. So it appeared that this news was a fake. So, and this was actually said by the chief financial officer of Goldman Sachs, Martin Chavis. So he said that, so he called it fake news and saying that the bank was still working on a non-deliverable forward derivative on Bitcoin because clients want it. I never thought I would hear myself use this term, but I really have to describe that news as fake news. Well, what can I say? It happens in the crypto area. So, but the fact that this thing actually was caused by this fake news is not clear. I think it's just news, sort of an excuse for this to happen. And anyway, so this is the way how the market can be manipulated. It seems like the whales don't have much of the leverage to move the market except even the fake news to use. Well, still good news that Goldman Sachs doing positive things, continue to do that in crypto area. Second thing is that we have the new players in the field. Coinbase sort of would like to make a partnership with a BlackRock, and they will be applying for Bitcoin ETF. So of course it's just a plan, so they didn't have it yet, but so it's those cards are on the table at least. And the thing is that similar with CBOE, the ETFs, Coinbase initially they tried, I think, also proposed the ETFs, but it was rejected. But then now if they will do it together with BlackRock, BlackRock has a sort of reputation on the traditional market. I think it has a funds of maybe $6 to $7 trillion. And so those guys are huge, and if they will support the ETF proposal, I think it has a big chance to be accepted. Maybe after the CBOE, this would be maybe the second one. So very huge sign, in my opinion, about the development of the space and like how the Wall Street comes into the play. Anyway, it's another also the sort of hint for us that probably the next ETF will be accepted, and prepare for that. So this is the time when we can finally buy and hope for like 1 month later we will see the price of Bitcoin surge. So speaking about that, how can we expect the market switch to the bull mode from the technical point of view? I can show you some plots which I made recently. So you see this monthly chart of Bitcoin price, and this is the volume here. And basically what is happening is that the maximum of the price would have the maximum of the volume, and then it went down. So currently it actually started to increase. Well, a few 2-3 months. And of course we can do it like that, and then from this point, which will be already 2019, we can go up. And second, we may actually see this reversal already like in June, so from the volume perspective at least. So at this point we'll go up, and somewhere in maybe June or 2018 or something, it will go the same trend. Then we will see the either new all-time high or at least some significant rise of the price. At least the volume is indicating such a behavior of the market. Second, which seems to be interesting to me, and we're going to share with you this, if we look at the chart in global scale from 2017 and until up to now, so you actually can see rises and drops happen each after another. And during the bull market, we saw that the price was rising and then falling sharply. So the long accumulation period with slight change increase of the price, and then sharp and fast drop. Again, slow and long increase, sharp, fast drop. So all the bull market can be characterized with this behavior. It means that in general, the periods of the when bulls are stronger are longer, and so we don't suffer that much from those bleedings. When we turn to the bear market, and this is actually was the time of the sort of death cross, when we had probably MACD started to being bearish, and many other indicators. So like death cross for moving averages. And anyway, so from this point, maybe January, February of 2018, we've seen another picture, opposite picture. So we see some rise, short rise of the price, and then much longer and deeper drop of the price. Again, relatively long price, but even longer drop. Short price, much longer drop. Very short price, a little bit longer drop. But now, after maybe from August, end of July, beginning of August, this change is opposite again. So we see that the drop period was shorter than the period of increase of the price, and also the next one now. So we dropped to 6,000, what it was, 300 is the minimum point, and from this point we started to rise. So we didn't actually went down more, but still probably if we'll continue this until the end of September, it still will be rather short comparing to this one. So basically this trend is changing at the moment. And if we will see rise from maybe from these levels, or if we'll go even lower, like 5,800 or whatever, and then we'll rise from that point and continue to do it until, let's say, September, end of September, maybe ETF will make it even longer, but then still this drop period, correction or whatever you call it, will be shorter than the period of the growth. It means that we will return to the area like this when we have the bull market, when we have longer rises, shorter falls, and so on. So this is sort of a indirect indicator of the fact that we are turning to a bull market. A little bit of hopium for you guys. So one more thing which I was going to share with you about the current price predictions, not predictions, but just sort of a sentiment about it. So you see the previous increase from the low, like what it was, 6,000, I would call it, because this was probably the fake breakout. So from 6,000 to what it is, 7,400, and basically this is the Fibonacci retracement map, and you can see that from that point we basically followed the retracement more or less, I would say perfectly, but nicely. So we stayed at this level, at this level, this level, this level, and at this level again, and finally we had top at the final level. So we can say that Fibonacci in that way worked fine. I couldn't say that it works fine all the time, but well, sometimes it works. So the thing is, now we may consider to do similar thing in the opposite way. So actually, like this, I drew actually 4 different versions, but like we can pick one. I would prefer to pick either number 3 or number 4. So we may pick different levels of the bottom to consider as the like 0 level for Fibonacci, but the top is at 7,400, and then we can look at the levels which are after that. So we had some level here, and actually I think I did consider it as a level before, but well, if you look at like that, so this is the first level, we stopped for a while there. We may think that this is the second level, so we almost touched that. This is one more, and this is one more, and one more, and finally this 6,000 is the final level from which we should go up. Second version is also a bit different, but closer. So this level is better match. This level is a little bit worse match. One more level here because we had some like a little bit retracement of retracement, but still I wouldn't call it to be fair. So it's just because of this level to be counted. What version I like personally is this one. So you see the volume around here and around here. Let me remove. Okay, so 2 volume spikes. So I would think this is the place when the bulls and bears are trying to fight for the price, and it was like 7,000 and 6,700. At this point, there should be 2 Fibonacci retracement levels, like first and second one, and then based on that, we would have to pass through 2 more levels in Fibonacci retracements, and the final one will be like 5,600, and from this point we will have a reversal of the trend to the upside. And this is another version, a little bit ultimate one. So this was first level, now we have a second level. So basically this is a long how to say the side price action, side trading, and this is another one. So this is the first level, second level, rather rough conditions, and now we would have to go then to 5,000. So either third or fourth seem to be reasonable to me, and I personally believe in third, but both are okay because the bears will be happy, we will make a new low, and bulls will be happy because this will be the last point of the fall, and then we'll finally go up. We'll see how it will play out, but still interesting to see whether the Fibonacci will show us, Fibonacci will show us something interesting in terms of the prediction. So this one is the price of Bitcoin. Nothing changed. We are going a little bit up, a little bit down. Some showing some candles, red, like relatively huge candles up and down, but basically staying the same level, 6,400. In my opinion, this is the time when we need to go down again, because if we consider that it was a sell-off here and the bulls are weak, then this was quite short period of selling. This is much longer period of selling, and then we need to go even lower to buy those sold bitcoins which we had here. And basically there are like 2 main narratives, main concepts for the from the investor's point of view and traders point of view. First one is that when we see this level at like 6,000, around $6,000, which was served as a support for already 4 times. I would consider this to be almost the same. So we sort of were convinced that price shouldn't go lower because it was served as such a strong support. And so this is not one opinion, and second opinion is that the more we test it, the more likely we will break it finally. and both are reasonable. First would also argue that is sort of close to the level of the mining cost, and probably will not stay below that for like relatively long time. We should go up soon, even if we'll break it, and we will not be staying for like $1,000 or $2,000 for a year or more, because it will completely crash the market as well. And the second group of analysts say that we are sort of convinced that since this is not a breakable level, we will probably make huge buys here, but in order to rip us off, this level finally should be broken, so we will lose all our money. How much will it be broken is not clear, but again, probably still, if it would be, then it will not stay at those areas for a long time. Personally, if you would ask me, then I would say that in order to make the market more stable in the long run, if I would, let's say, wasn't biased or wanting to market to grow, I would say that this sort of similar picture should happen now. So we had this initial previous bull market, bear market, and bull market was quite long, and then some consolidation period and long and slow increase in price, or relatively slow. So I would say here we should go something like, let's actually remove this line of support here. So we should go something like conservative. This is just a conservative opinion. So we should go something like this, and then maybe finally go up, maybe like this, and so on. Maybe actually a bit smoother, something like this. So, but it would mean that would have to do it until 2021 or something like that. But it's reasonable because the market will be even more mature, more technologically developed. New players will come, because few years would require for completely new players to come into the market, new capital, and then people will forget their blood and also their tears. Also, this would be very stable, like firm foundation for the future rise. So huge money who will carefully and slowly accumulate the low price positions in Bitcoin, they will be happy to have enough at this point to let the price go up. Maybe now they don't have it, they don't have it enough. Also, if we would consider a little bit more aggressive scenario, I would say that so here, for example, we had 1,150. Here we had 197. So it's like almost 90%. So here then we need to go like this, maybe to 2,000 or something like this, and again trading around here for a while, and then only that. After that, like going like this. So this would be even more reasonable, but of course, this mining costs and the interests of those mining companies is a big question here. Again, market became faster, more mature, so we don't really know what would happen. Maybe one of those scenarios is reasonable, but I personally would like to see like this from now on. So we'll see. Anyway, currently I'm expecting it to go even lower. I don't think that we'll go up from now. I think we more likely will be looking at the lower low. And also interesting point to consider here is the number of shorts. So in order to be completely unbiased, you see the number of shorts is really huge, is like nearly 4,000 again. And if it would go down, then those shorts will get profits. I don't think that they were like smart money coming because of they came into the rise, so probably those shorts should be liquidated. The idea is that they must be liquidated at the very fast rise, but if this would happen, then the longs which were collected, or which were opened at this point, will also be in a profit. So what I would do on the place of the market manipulators, I would probably push it a little bit lower, like close to 6,000 maybe, or 5,600 or something like that. So more shorts will be open because those are expecting those levels, like $5,000 or something like that. And at the moment when those shorts would be about to be decreasing because of the more people will be closed those position, I would make a spike of the price up. So the rest of the shorts will be liquidated fast or closed by the stop orders, and also since we will go down, the number of longs will be not high enough to make people who are in the long position to get profit. So basically it implicates that we need to make a little bit lower low and then go up. So this is my expectation. This is not necessarily to be happening, of course, so please do your own research. Don't believe my silly analysis. It's just my opinion, just for entertaining, and please make your own decision, your decision on your own knowledge, your own analysis, and so on and so forth. But I would hope that everything will be good and your trades will be positive, your profits will be high. So if you think that this content was useful, please subscribe and don't forget to leave a like and a comment. I would be happy if we'll meet again next day from tomorrow already, as usually. I make the videos every day, so hope to see you again. See you guys. Goodbye.